I'm Amy Kelly with TooeleTV, and I'm joined with, we actually have a celebrity in our own backyard, and you may be familiar with her. This is Nicholeen Peck, and she's quite the humanitarian and mother and author and lecturer, and you've got so many talents. Nicholeen, tell us about yourself.
Thank you. Wow. I mean, okay, so I'm a mother. Yeah, where do I start? Let's see. I live in Tooele. Can I start with that? And then I have, 4 children of my own. Years ago, I did foster care for troubled youth, all ages 12 to 18, for an organization called the Utah Youth Village. And when I did that, people started saying, hey, what's going on at her house? She's bringing in these troubled kids and they're changing quickly. And they would say, come talk to us, come to our church, come to our school, come to our conference and talk to us about how to raise good kids. And so we did that. And then in 2009, the BBC contacted us and asked us if we would be on a program called The World's Strictest Parents.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, and so we did that. They brought us 2 troubled British teens, both aged 17. From the United Kingdom. And when we did that program, it became the most watched episode ever on the BBC because we were so calm. And so we showed them strict meant principled instead of ornery is what we showed them. And anyway, and after that, people started saying, okay, where's your book? And where's, how can we get more help for this? And so I've been wearing myself out now for a lot of years, trying to help people get the help they need, and we travel all over the world. In fact, it's a blessing our family's a homeschool family because we've had to do a lot of traveling together and teaching together. My children will even teach. I'll never forget seeing my 9-year-old son stand in front of a whole congregation of people over in England and tell them, this is how you correct a child that is out of control. This is how you teach them to behave better. And the parents over there were just just shocked that was even possible. And that's the kind of thing that we do and try to help empower parents, heal families, because we feel like that people learning self-government is the key to freedom, all freedom in the family, freedom in the country, freedom in our communities and in our churches everywhere, if we can learn to govern ourselves.
Talking about families, something else that you told me you were involved with off camera that is very intriguing is the UN. Tell me what you're doing with them.
Yeah, so actually there is a woman in Tooele County. Her name is Nina Palmer. She lives in Urda. And she moved out here from Salt Lake, and she was the president of an organization called the Worldwide Organization for Women. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you know that the headquarters of that is in Tooele.
Who knew?
Yeah, okay.
Oh
and
gosh.
So, yeah, little Tooele does more than you think. Anyway, and she asked me if I would speak at the United Nations a couple of years ago and talk about teaching children self-government. So I said, sure, I'll go speak at the Conference on the Status of Women. And then shortly before we went to that conference in New York, they asked me if I would become their president of the organization. And I actually said at first, no, I'm busy.
Just a little. You couldn't tell her anything. Right?
I'm busy. But after I did a lot of, reflecting and pondering, and I'm a God-fearing girl, and talking to God, I realized that it was something that I actually was supposed to do. And Nina asked me again if I would do that. And I said, actually, I think I will. So I'm the president now of the Worldwide Organization for Women. And we're part of the World Congress of Families. I'll be speaking at the World Congress of Families this year. It's going to be in Salt Lake City, which is amazing. People should try to get to that for sure, because it is a world event supporting and strengthening families and faith leaders from all over. There will be, one of the quorum of the 12 apostles from the LDS Church will speak there. I've heard the Dalai Lama is coming. There will be representation from the Catholic Church. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, and this will be the first time ever that the World Congress of Families will be in the United States. It's always been everywhere else in the world, and it has come to the United States. It's super exciting, and the Worldwide Organization for Women is excited to be putting that on. Our organization has 14 points, and you could look up the organization at wowinfo.org. Mm-hmm. We have 14 positions or principles that we stand by, and these all relate to strengthening faith, family, and sovereignty. And we feel that women have a vital role in strengthening families, that it's not about just being an individual woman, it's about being a key figure in strengthening the whole world through the family.
Well, isn't that what they say? The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Isn't that the truth? I mean, we don't know how powerful we are, but you have done a lot. I mean, how do you balance it all? I want to know. What's your secret?
Okay, so this is an interesting question. Okay, so people ask me that, and I always say, well, I know where my power comes from. And I think each person has to find that. And of course, mine comes from a lot of study, connection to God. But the thing that I think is the most essential is the connection to family and the amount of family time that I have. So when I feel like, wow, I've got a lot of things going on, I sit down and read to the children. I go and work in the yard with the children, or we go on a hike. And then I feel like I've filled my bucket and I'm ready to get back into things.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. And you're a great asset to our community and the world. I mean, that's amazing. And I'm so excited for you and the influence you've had for good. And here it comes to our own little valley here in Tooele. See, there's a lot of things you don't know, but as you tune into TooeleTV, you get educated. So thanks for joining us. And thank you, Nicholeen, for having us in your home tonight. And if you want to get a hold of her and find out more information, we'll have the link under this video. Thanks for watching TooeleTV. I'm Amy Kelly.